Okay, you ready?
Let's do it.
This is DJ Dr. Chris.
And it's your favorite nurse practitioner, Bree.
On this episode, we're going to wrap up 2020.
And we're going to also have a special guest, whom you've all seen and heard before. My husband, Michael.
And we've already popped a little bottle, so let's see what comes out. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's do it. All right. Well, it's December 30th. New Year's is upon us. We don't know.
2020.
It's coming to an end, folks. Thank God. So if the world blows up on the 1st, don't blame us.
At least we would have gone out with a bang.
All right. So what do you guys want to talk about today? We're going to spare your sister. We're not doing nerdy topics. We're going to cut right to the chase.
We decided to make this last episode just fun. Just talk about highlights of our year. Just drink pretty much because we're prepping for New Year's Eve. And then I'm going on a cleanse January 2nd.
Yeah, we're doing a little liver stretching, the drink before the drink, right?
Yes. Preparing myself for what's to come tomorrow.
So, yeah, Mike is here, Bree's husband. My lovely wife, unfortunately, is working tonight, cannot make it.
Yes.
So it's the three of us. Andre is here, my son, 11-year-old. He might pop in at some point, so I apologize in advance.
And the dogs, my children, are here. They may bark at Andre on the hoverboard.
All right, so let's get into it. First of all, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, so I thought I'd start off with 13 bizarre facts of things that happened in 2020. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Number one. Murder hornets made their way to the United States.
I knew that.
I heard that. What are murder hornets?
They don't eat humans. They don't murder humans. Or it's mainly they kill the little honeybees, I think. It was something like that. They would destroy our little honeybees.
Oh, so they murder the honeybees.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a big problem.
It's going to fuck up our Cheerios.
Oh, honeybees are like a big deal. They basically pollinate like all of our food. And,
That's why it was such a big deal.
Got it.
all right. The Pentagon released 3 videos of UFOs.
Which I already knew they were
Heard
out
about
there.
that, yep.
Yeah, I've been watching a whole bunch of stuff. I listen to Joe Rogan, and he's really into the UFO thing. And,
Mm-hmm.
and actually, I saw this new stimulus bill. They they put in a little stipulation that the Pentagon has to release information on UFOs. So yeah, we should find out this year.
I mean, they've been out there. I mean, there's no way that all these people can see the same thing, experience the same thing in different places at different times, and then it not be such a thing. And the fact that we can't be that naive that we're the only ones on.
The whole solar system.
Yeah, in the whole solar system.
So aliens exist? Yes or no?
100%.
I think so.
Yes.
I mean, we're aliens.
Yeah, probably.
To another planet, of course we are.
Are you into that ancient alien theory? Have you seen that before?
No.
It's interesting. It's a fun theory, but I don't know. All right, number 3. People were obsessed with Tiger King.
We are guilty.
Guilty.
We literally binge watched it over 2 nights.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I don't know why.
Because the first episode was I was like, oh, this is not that good. And then I watched the second one and I was like, wait, these people can't be real. And then I watched the third one and I was like, there's no way this is real. And it just kept going and going and going.
And not to mention Tiger King's just jealousy of Carol Baskin and how
I don't
much
think
he
it was. I
wanted
think
to-
she killed her husband.
Yeah, that's what everyone thinks.
That's my opinion.
It's it was just like a train wreck with a plot line. Reminds me of I had my guilty pleasure back in like a decade ago was Jersey Shore. Did you guys watch that?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it back in the day, but I watched it
Lived
later
near
on.
them in Seaside Heights. Yeah. Been to a lot of the clubs they were at. So.
I was living in Miami when they did the Miami episode. I actually ran to Snooki once.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I think we talked about this once in the podcast.
Oh, Snooki, you have our hearts.
She was little. Yeah.
She is
Still
little.
a little.
So yeah, I used to say that was the worst of all the reality shows. So that's why it was like the worst train wreck, and that's why I watched it. And I feel like Tiger King is Jersey Shore plus a plot line. So
Yep.
That plot was literally is ridiculous. It's not a plot. That's literally he believed that, and that was in his head.
yeah, that's crazy, and it's still unraveling. So, all right, enough about the Tiger King. High school student discovered new planets.
Did not know that.
Did I know? Okay.
Didn't know that Pluto wasn't a planet anymore either. But
Oh, that's been around for a
I
while.
found
People were
out.
angry about that one.
I was angry. Changed my whole childhood.
Wait, I thought you just found out about it.
No, I can still be angry. It changed my childhood.
Oh, like retroactively changed?
I was like, everything I learned in school was a lie.
Well, maybe this is the replacement for Pluto.
Okay.
Megxit rocked the British royal family.
You know, I love me some Harry and I love me some Meghan. So I was, you know, if they ain't treating you right, leave. That's exactly how I feel about it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
sounds about right. Good for
So
them,
cheers
I guess.
to them.
Cheers.
And
Cheers
the
to
baby
the-
is so cute.
Cheers to the Megxit.
Megxit.
But they basically signed their Declaration of Independence and doing their own thing and living in LA now, I believe.
I think they are in LA. They bought a house
Los
in LA.
Angeles, yeah.
And they have a podcast.
Living the dream. All right, a massive star went missing. I don't know much about this.
Me either. It's probably a planet. Or it just died.
They think it went into a black hole instead of
that's scary.
exploding. Interesting.
That means a black hole is near us.
Well, that just means our telescopes got better, right? Or both. Who knows? All right, this one I read today. I hadn't even heard about this one. The broom challenge hoax went viral. Did you hear about this one?
It's not a hoax.
It stood up straight, right? Because of the moon or something.
Okay.
Or the Earth's tilt.
Okay. For the most part, 2020 has been too busy for the viral internet challenges, but there's one notable exception. It's called the Broom Challenge. The premise was that, according to NASA, on February 10th, and that day only, a broom would be able to stand up straight on its bristles because of the specific type of gravitational pull on that date. Turns out none of it was true. First of all, the claim was that this trick would work because of the planet's gravitational pull on the vernal equinox. However, the spring equinox wasn't until March 19th. And not surprisingly, NASA never issued any sort of message about this. I guess there's something, too, about, like, you can stand an egg up on the spring equinox.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
We'll have to test that out on one of our podcasts.
Okay, next up. Poland accidentally invaded the Czech Republic. I didn't really hear about this one.
Did
Jay.
not hear about
Did
that.
not hear about that at all. I
How
heard
do you
about,
accidentally invade something? You went over their line by
I
accident?
heard about what was it? What's the Kardashians' backgrounds? What's their ethnicity?
Like,
The
Azerbaijani.
Armenian.
Yeah, Armenian invading Azerbaijan or something. I'm sorry, that's not relevant. We're talking about invasions.
We'll cut it
Yeah.
out. We'll
No,
edit that out.
let's do no cutouts today.
No,
Okay.
we're cutting that out.
All right.
I guess, okay. Whatever. They briefly invaded and kind of apologized and so on. Okay. A puppy was born with green fur.
Oh.
Oh, did not know that.
Italian farmer's dog gave birth to a litter of 5 puppies, including one that had green fur. It was exposed to something in the womb. The best part is the puppy's name. Take a guess. Anybody?
The Grinch?
That's pretty good.
That's good. What else is green? Jolly Green Giant.
Let me think.
I don't know.
Pistachio.
Pistachio.
I love it.
Oh.
That's cute.
That's a cute.
Hmm. Came into contact with biliverdin, a green pigment. There you go.
How did they come in contact with that? In the womb.
In the womb. They think as it grows up, it's going to fade.
Oh, that's sad.
Okay, next up. A court ruled that Subway bread isn't actually bread.
That's scary.
Doesn't surprise me.
That's really
Not a big fan
scary.
of Subway.
Contains 10% sugar, which is too high to be legally considered bread.
Oh, wow.
A spokesperson for the sandwich chain issued a statement clarifying that Subway's bread is, of course, bread.
Go to Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, that place again. All right, next up, you could scream in Iceland without making the trip. So I guess they have this thing, like, it's like therapeutic. You can go into, like, the glaciers and just scream, right?
Oh, wow.
So now you can, like, record it, and they'll play it for you digitally, like, so you can record yourself, send them the clip, and they'll play it for you, and they'll, like, send you the clip of you playing it.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Who would want to do that?
I think I want to do it. That sounds awesome.
That answers that question.
There's also a feature on the website that allows you to listen to other people's screams in case that would make you feel better. I might have to listen to
Check it out.
that. Okay.
That's just weird.
An Austrian tourist damaged a 200-year-old statue while taking a photo.
I believe that.
Yep. People are jerks.
There probably was a sign that says "Do not touch."
Yeah, he like leaned to the statue or something like that.
Yeah, did not know.
I think he was trying to imitate the same pose,
And fail.
which resulted in several toes breaking off the original plaster of Paulina Borghese Bonaparte as Venus Victrix.
Oh wow.
He should have to pay for it.
Yeah, I agree. All right, mystery seeds arrived from China. Remember that?
No.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it was like shipped all over the United States.
Mystery seeds.
Yeah. And there was like some guy in Kentucky or something like that planted them, and he's like, I just couldn't help myself. And he grew these like big white eggplant looking things. That's the last I heard of the story. Who knows? All right, and that was the last of them. That was 2020. Some of the weird stuff, at least.
That's weird. I didn't know about the seeds and the white eggplants.
Yeah. Why don't you guys
Did
talk?
the guy end up eating it, like as a vegetable?
Like what? I was like, what did
I don't
he
know.
do?
Let me see what I can find out here for you.
That's weird.
As we're all chatting, I'll do a little digging. Okay, while I'm doing that, let's go into some questions here. All right, Mike, what's the best thing that happened to you in 2020?
Hands down was getting married to my lovely wife.
Bree?
I would have
Steven.
to say the same thing.
Okay.
Our wedding was
Our wedding
like
was amazing.
the
Happily ever
best
after.
thing that happened in 2020.
I knew you guys were going to say that.
I mean, if we didn't, there'd be something wrong.
Yeah,
All right.
really.
So, besides your wedding, which was beautiful and I had a blast, what else was positive this year for you guys?
I honestly didn't mind the shutdown. It was fun for us. We had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
We started this podcast during the shutdown.
This is true. Yep.
And we live in Florida, so it was warm weather. I woke up, worked out, drank, sat by the pool, hung out with my dogs, like had time to myself mentally. It was actually fun for me.
I think a lot of people would agree with, I mean, at least down in Florida, people that have decent weather and space, I probably agree with you.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people I talked to down here, at least, feel like it was kind of like a reset, like a familial reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I do feel bad for people that live in cities or in the cold. Like I can't imagine what it's like to be in Manhattan.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
But down here, it was amazing, and we had the best time during quarantine.
So the best thing to have to do is quarantine?
Yeah, besides the wedding, quarantine was amazing.
Would you agree, Mike?
Quarantine was great. It was definitely learning more about your spouse and
I feel like that's going to lead into my next question.
It was yeah, I just felt we definitely spent a lot of time during quarantine and we got to learn each other's boundaries. But I think at the end of the day, that was such a great learning curve, and we learned about each other's personal space, and kind of go from there.
What about you, Chris?
Well, there's a lot of positives actually. I kind of agree that it's been an awesome reset. A ton of great things happened to me. But the standout to me is that I taught my 2-year-old daughter how to swim.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Like first of all, I was already like barely seeing her, working full time, working till 6 or 7 o'clock at night, coming home, having like an hour, then she has to go to bed. So this was like every day, sometimes twice a day, even 3 times a day in the pool. And now she can swim the whole length of the pool on her own. She's only 2.5.
Nice, Sophie.
Yeah, I'm
That's
so
awesome.
so proud of her, and that really makes me happy. Of course, podcast. Of course, kind of really my business kind of took a different direction. I was kind of in a side hustle mode, and now this is what I do. I just have my own business. So I'm really happy about that, and got a lot done. Got a lot of reading done. Got a lot of working out done that I was planning on doing, and it just kind of centered me in a lot of ways. Still more to be had, but I just feel like I got a lot of the personal goals that were being put off are now starting to be tackled.
Well, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Worst thing that happened to you in 2020? Whoever wants to go first.
Ladies first.
Okay. So this will come to a shock to the listeners, not viewers. I mean, you can view us on Instagram, but listeners and to Chris, actually. So the worst thing that probably happened to us in 2020 is that we had a miscarriage. We did.
Sorry.
So that would probably be like everything else. Like I said, 2020 wasn't that bad for us. We didn't have any family members that died from COVID. My family had 2 that actually caught the virus and did great with it. So we got pregnant literally on our honeymoon. And then we had a miscarriage around 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And we will be discussing that more probably next season. Talk about fertility and infertility and just like how the hospital system, and that's why I did that episode about patient-centered care.
Oh.
This is why I was saying we need to do something about our healthcare and just the availability of physicians, nurses, and different things like that. So, would you say that's the worst thing that happened to us?
Yeah. Definitely the miscarriage definitely shocked me. And you know what? It's very prevalent. I believe it's 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 women.
1 in 4. Yeah. It's like 25% chance.
25%, have a chance of getting a miscarriage. But you know what? It happened. We'll keep on moving forward and be positive, and we're gonna know for sure that we're definitely have another kid.
We're just praying.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep, and I'll share a little bit too. And if my wife doesn't like this part, I'll have to cut it out. But we had 4 miscarriages together.
Oh,
that is crazy.
Yeah.
Before y'all had Sophie,
right? And so we're like, it's not in the cards for us. So, we met with an OBGYNs, like, you guys gotta get tested. There's something incompatible, or who knows. And we kind of like, I don't think we want to do that. If it's not the right fit, it's not the right fit. Let's just, we're not having another kid. And then, boom, hi, Sophie.
It comes out with a beautiful healthy baby.
Yeah, she's perfect.
That is, yep. So,
cool.
We will cheers.
Yeah,
to
cheers
that.
to that. We'll get some more drink.
Oh wait,
You want some wine? I don't know if you like this one, Mike.
Don't worry.
He drinks anything at this point.
Yeah.
We've already had a couple.
That's good. Besides hard liquor, so.
What?
I was a heavy pour. But I guess we're ringing in 2021.
It's the end of the year.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Get yourself another one.
Cheers.
We can pause and wait for you if you want. Well, let's have Mike start with the next one. Okay. Well, I think you guys kind of already answered this one, but let's get into it anyways. Was 2020 really that bad? Oh, wait. I didn't get my chance to answer.
Worst thing happened. Of course.
Well, I mean, honestly, it wasn't too bad. I mean, obviously, financially, it did suck. I did start my own business, so I did expect a dip in finances. But obviously, as a physical therapist, I'm really face-to-face. I kind of scared off a lot of patients with COVID, obviously. So financially, that's probably the biggest negative. But
the good thing about you, Chris, is what Benjamin Franklin says is no. What's the saying? He says, "No venture, no gain." Or
always quotes.
No, quotes are always good. I always said, "No risk, no." I mean, no. It's like venture. There's no venture. There's no gain.
Nothing ventured.
Nothing ventured. Nothing.
There
gained.
you go. Yeah. Yep. So I like that.
Famous quote by one of our founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, I just posted a quote kind of similar in theory. It's the people. Something goes like some of this. The people that are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do. So I like that. So, anyways, yeah. So I kind of stuck it out there, see what happened, and it's been good. It's growing. So I wouldn't really call it a negative, just that there's the sort of temporary financial hit. Other than that, it hasn't really been that bad for us. So I got really nothing to complain about. So let's get into the next thing. All right. So was 2020 really that bad? I kind of think we're on the same page. Not that bad.
No, not bad at all. Like, you got to think about it, especially in Florida, specifically where we live. I mean, like what you mentioned earlier, Chris, was, like we could be in Manhattan working on Wall Street and being, in a densely populated area and, just, being like. Really
Sorry for that snap. My pants were coming down.
No, but I think this year wasn't that bad. Even though with COVID and all this, it wasn't really that bad for
we had a
us
great
Floridians. Year. It was a great.
2020 was, for us personally, was a great year.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys did get married. That's huge.
Yeah.
I planned a wedding. COVID gave me a lot of time to plan a wedding.
Yeah.
But like I said, we couldn't travel. That's the only thing that I would change. But we still traveled. I don't even know why I'm lying like that. I went to South Carolina. I went to Savannah. We went to the Keys. We still did stuff. Yeah. So we just couldn't go overseas. Yeah, we went to Jersey.
Went to New Jersey.
I mean, we should point out that none of us have really directly been negatively affected by COVID. Besides some people contracting it and surviving it.
Yeah.
None of us have had a death. So there's probably people listening like, screw you guys.
Yeah, I'm
My
sure.
father died or whatever. So any apologies, for things like that happen. But
And I'm not
we've
saying
been
COVID's
lucky.
not out there. I've never said that.
it's real.
Like I said, my
It's real.
mama had it and my
Yep.
brother had it.
Yep.
My mama was sick. However, I have not contracted the virus. And now that there's a vaccine out there, I'll decide if I want to take it or not. But it's like we did not have a bad year.
Yep.
I know other people that had a horrible year, and I feel bad for them. Their prayers to them completely. But luckily, 2020 wasn't that bad for us.
Yep.
Saved us money on our wedding too.
This is true.
Yeah, but then you did have to cut off like 50% of the people that you invited, right? Any
As I
repercussions?
said, it saved us money.
Hey,
No, because
anybody?
people understood.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, everyone understood.
Half of them didn't want to come anyway because of the virus.
I'm glad I got to make it. I was like, am I still in it? Thank God for Sophie being.
I was like, Sophie. It wasn't for that cute little daughter of yours.
But it's so funny. Even though we had a 50% reduction in capacity, even talking to all those people, I'm like, imagine it was 50% more. I'd be ready to go to bed at 11 o'clock that night. It's crazy.
Oh man, I wish I could post the video.
Of what? Which one? The rehearsal dinner or the wedding?
Rehearsal dinner.
That's different. The wedding is different.
DM me if you want a copy of the video.
The wedding was classy.
Yeah, very classy.
I gotta say, your dance was amazing. For listeners, do you mind if I share?
Oh no, it's on Facebook.
Oh, is it? Oh, you gotta check it out. They did the Game of Thrones intro. Was it the intro song?
Yeah.
They danced to that in the style of. What's the name for that?
It's a waltz.
The waltz. Okay.
Waltz.
With the big steps. That's the waltz.
Mm-hmm.
They even had like pyrotechnics and everything. It was so good.
It's because I
Shout
did
out to
because
Brian
I'm
coordinating
amazing.
everything. Yeah,
Planner.
she coordinated everything.
Lori Oliver, she's with was it Naples Performing Arts Center? She actually did our choreography for the dance, but I told her my vision and what I wanted to do.
She did a great job.
How do people find this? Because now they're probably hooked and want to see it.
It depends. If people actually message me and say they want to see it, I will put it on our Instagram page.
All right, but other than that, Facebook.
Yes, but you have to be my friend.
All right, so request Bree either as a friend or find her. What is your Poppin' Bottles handle?
For what, Facebook?
No, for Instagram.
For Instagram, it's _poppin_bottles.
Great, perfect. Okay, moving right along. Any embarrassing moments in 2020 for either of you?
I'm sure Mike gets embarrassed daily.
Oh, yeah.
For me, it was. I'm trying to think because I've had a couple. One I'm not going to share. Only my close friends knows about that.
Juicy.
It was so bad.
Oh, do I know that?
No, I didn't even tell you because it was really embarrassing.
You can tell.
No, I don't want to.
Okay, well maybe you tell me after.
I would say the most embarrassing for me is we were on my bachelorette, and after a certain while with my ankles, they give out.
She fell.
I fell.
Oh shit.
I wouldn't even say I was that embarrassed because I was dancing and I was doing a turn. I used to be a dancer. I used to teach ballet, tap, jazz, lyrical, twirling, everything. I was all about it. So apparently I didn't realize how tight my dress was, and I went to do a turn into a layout, and I hit the ground, but I got back up and kept dancing.
That's the most important.
Yes, you never give up.
Good job.
Never give up.
Good job.
Plus the alcohol helps. My ankle was swollen the next day.
I think the most embarrassing moment for me was my bachelor party. My brother chartered a boat. I had too many cocktails. Tried to get back on the harbor. I fell in the water. I scraped my knee.
He still has the scar.
Scrapped my leg against the seashells underneath the harbor, and
I cussed him out, and I was like, "You better be happy it was your leg and not your face," because we have pictures. His bachelor party was the weekend before the wedding.
People were like, "Michael, are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine." After a couple of drinks, it didn't hurt. So
it was pretty gnarly looking.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
It was ugly.
Yeah.
My most embarrassing moment was last week. or 2 weeks ago when we did the podcast, and you yelled at me. That's when I was most embarrassed.
That should not have been your most
You yell? That's not nice.
Because Chris didn't have his shit together. I need people with their shit together because I don't have time. You should know this.
I got 2 kids. Wait till you have 2 kids.
Oh man.
You know what? I'm still gonna have my shit together, or at least pretend like I do.
No, I don't know. I can't think of any embarrassing moments. I'm lucky in that I have a shut-off valve. Like if I get a little too tipsy, I just go right to bed. I just shut down.
I wasn't tipsy. Well, I mean, I was tipsy, but I wasn't drunk.
All right.
There's a difference.
I probably did something embarrassing at my wedding, or your wedding. I'm
I
sure.
don't think you did. Well, I don't remember, honestly.
I was probably like a drink or 2 behind you guys. So
No, because we didn't drink that
I didn't
much.
drink-
You guys
we
did
didn't drink
because
that
we
much.
didn't drink at all before the wedding, and then he might have had a drink before we walked down the aisle to kind of calm his nerves. Because I had a shot of moonshine before we walked down the aisle, and then we had the wedding. But then we took pictures, so y'all had an open bar while we were on the roof taking pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
So we didn't drink. We tried to catch up with everyone else after we got done with pictures.
it's such like a shit show when you get married, right? It's like everything is so rushed.
It's-
That's how I felt.
And it's like so many hours. Like I hired
Yeah.
the photographer for 12 hours, 11 or 12 hours. And I was like, oh, that's enough time. We don't have to rush. Those were the fastest hours of our lives. Like I thought I needed another whole 2 more hours to get every single picture that I wanted. Like it was just not enough time.
Did he tell you what my advice was to him?
No,
I was like, eat. Don't forget to eat.
I
Because
told him that.
I like the dinner at my wedding was served. It looked amazing. I was talking to everybody, and I got caught up talking to everybody. And I had like 1 bite of steak, and by the time I came back, it was gone. I was like, no.
Literally, I planned it the way I planned it because of Michael. Michael is Mr. Social Butterfly. He thinks he's the mayor and needs to go and shake everybody's hand. So I was like, nope, not here because I'm not trying to have a drunken groom that I'm going to pick up off the floor and then I'm cussing him out at the end of our wedding. We need to have a great wedding. So we had it wasn't sit down, it was buffet style because of COVID, but they served us. So we actually sat at the table and everyone ate while we were eating and they were doing speeches. So he had time to finish his plate. And then after that, we got up and went to each individual table to speak to people.
Yeah, that was smart.
So
And the
that
food was
way,
good,
yeah.
really good.
Oh, yeah. It was better than what I thought it was going to be because I was like, well, damn COVID, because we didn't get to do the tastings. So I was like, we like tortellini. We like this. We like that. There you go.
Give a shout out to that hotel. That hotel was beautiful.
Gorgeous. The Westin Poinsett, downtown Greenville. It's a historical hotel, and that is why we got married there.
But what a cool town. I've never been to Greenville before, but we were looking at real estate. Like, this place is amazing. We loved it there.
I'm still looking at real estate, holding out hope.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I love beautiful area.
All right. So, got through embarrassing moments, New Year's resolutions. Anybody?
Da-da-da-da-da-boo.
So, moving on to 2021.
My resolution every year is the same as always. One is to drink less.
So, Andre just appeared on the scene. So, Andre, what's the best? I'm only asking you because I already know your answer. What is the best thing that's happened to you this year? You can be as honest as you want. Andre's 11. What's the truth? Tell us the truth. What's the best thing that's happened to you this year?
I got to play GTA and I got new shoes. And I got a hoverboard.
Nice.
All right. So for those listening, I have a PS4. He was banned from using for almost a year for bad behavior and stuff. And for Christmas, because he's been a little better lately, and now he's running away. He has access to PS4 again. He can play GTA online. That's a big thing right now. So whatever. All right. So back to New Year's resolutions. Anybody have some? I have some written down because I kind of thought about this already.
So, 1, not drink as much. 2, lose a few more pounds. 3, I would like to be more interactive with the podcast on our social media, build this brand so we can hopefully go live and do tours and stuff. That would be cool.
Oprah's going to have us on there. We'll do a live podcast
That's
with
what
Oprah.
I'm hoping.
All right. That sounds good.
What's up, Mike?
All right, so my New Year resolution, I have several. First is keep on having a proactive lifestyle, being healthy, and just eating better and eating cleaner. Two is to really focus on my main business is being a sales rep for a metal roofing supply business and really focus on my side hustle with day trading and to make money and to do the best I can. And really just to go out there and network, meet more people, meet more building companies, meet more potential clients and customers. And number four, most importantly, is just to have a positive attitude. Have every day's a great day. Life is great. We're all healthy. We're all living, and be active and proactive and have a positive attitude. And that's the most important thing.
All right, Mike, those are all awesome resolutions. I got a few of my own.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Get more cardio in, number one. I hate cardio. I do a lot of strength training. I love strength training, but cardio, it sucks. I used to be great about like hopping on the Stairmaster for 45 minutes to a steady state. I can't do that anymore. So I just need to I'm gonna join Orange Theory or something that's gonna make me do it. That's number one. Number two, establish better work-life balance. Which is kind of funny to say because you think with pandemic I just have a lot of free time, but I end up doing a lot of like in front of the computer type work.
Yeah.
And I'll sit there for 8 hours just cranking out work and just like forget there's a family in the background. So I'm gonna write in breaks. So I'm the kind of person who needs to do that. And then I want to learn a new skill, and I think it's going to be hunting, maybe,
What the hell you gonna hunt down here?
or fishing.
Fishing is more, yes.
My brother's into fly fishing, and I think maybe I'll give that a shot. Maybe archery, I don't know. Or
Archery's bad. I've done archery. It's bad.
yeah, I want to try.
It's fun. Yeah.
I do love woodworking, but I'm pretty amateur. I'd love to get better at that.
Chad, our buddy Chad.
You're supposed to be building us a damn table.
I got 1 year.
Yeah.
You got 1 year for your wedding, for your
I was
present.
like a damn table, and I'm waiting.
I'm waiting for it to turn 2021 so you don't get a cursed table.
Oh, okay. I mean, I told you 2020 was good for us.
All right. Well, I'm still waiting 1 more day at least.
Go ahead.
All right. My last question for you guys. What do you think is going to happen in 2021?
We are going to get pregnant. I'm going to put that in like fruition. I'm sending it up to God and all the vibes that He can give me. And I feel like it's going to happen.
100%. 2021, I think we'll definitely have a little one. And I also think startup company I'm working for, my side hustle is going to flourish. I think it's going to do very well. And just I think I'm going to be a healthier, have more of a positive mindset. And that's pretty much it for 2021.
Good.
How about you, Chris?
Well, first I want to say I hope you guys do have one.
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing. And I think it's going to happen for you. So my first prediction is it will happen for you. And
yes, it will.
And then my second prediction, and this is super vague, and I'm not really going out on a limb here by saying I think we're going to learn something big in 2021. Something big is going to happen, whether it's COVID related, where we're going to figure out like what was the culprit, or how does it kill you, or what is the cure? We're going to figure out something with that maybe. Or, I really think is going to happen? This is the alien year. We're going to find out about aliens.
I can see that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Like all the research is coming out, and I read those facts earlier. Like we're learning more and more about planets. So they found water on the moon. They found gases on Venus that are sustainable for life. There's
I thought
this
Mars
UFO.
was it Mars or is it Venus that's inhabitable? Because there's water on it.
Well, the moon has water.
No, but there was another planet that
or was
they
it
said.
Mars? Maybe
I think
both.
I think, and I'm glad you said that because I think this year, for 2021, I think it'll be the year where Elon Musk is just going to accelerate. I think he's going to find some way with SpaceX how we're going to inhabit some other planets and see what happens. I think he's going to be our next Edison. I think he's going to be our next Ford times 10. And that's just my own personal opinion.
He wants to put people on Mars by 2022. Is that right?
I believe so.
Yeah. I can't remember the year.
Sign up for that?
Rich
You would sign up for that?
I would consider it.
I'm not really on fucking Mars.
But if you have a guy like Elon Musk
that's like
giving you
light
advice,
years. I wouldn't live on Mars. I don't care what kind of advice. When you gonna come to your family?
doesn't matter. Like humans are pioneers. They love to. A certain sect of them are
Think about
scouts,
it.
right? I mean, think about like back
History.
in the 1400s.
I don't care.
They traveled
to the Americas.
Yeah.
Now it's time
It's like
for us to visit the planets.
They're like, we don't know what happens in the ocean, and we could just sail off the Earth. That's what they thought.
Some of those people did not volunteer; they were forced to go.
Okay,
well,
fine.
they had contracts with kings and queens with Columbus.
I was like,
Queen Isabella.
I don't know if I agree with all that. Ain't nobody gonna be like, let me just volunteer to live on Mars.
No,
I'm sure thousands upon thousands of people applied for Elon Musk's program.
Oh
I guarantee it.
You know, the crazy thing is, I believe it too.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, a free place. Let's inhabit this planet.
I don't think it's about the freedom. I think it's about like being the first, or being excited to do that, or
To
be
have
some
kind of alien eat you. Because we don't know what's living on there.
Could be some fungus that kills us. Funguses
Yeah,
are
as soon as
crazy.
you step foot, you breathe in the gases, oxygen.
Your face just melts off.
You just die. But you was the first.
Well, your name will be in the books.
Your name will be in the
Sometimes.
books.
same thing, and then glad you
To
guys,
be forgotten.
to look at it from a historical perspective. You guys just mentioned that. That happened to European colonists when they were
And
up
who
to
remembers them?
Roanoke Island. They went to Roanoke Island.
Who remembers them?
He does.
Michael does. That one person was like, remember that time?
No, but do you guys know this? Like in the late
No, we
1500s,
knew that.
Katie,
They disappeared. Please cut this out.
No, but the native.
Not cutting it out.
You should cut it
Not cutting.
out. He will cut this out.
I'm not cutting it.
Or we will not have a podcast for
But
season
they were
2.
either died from disease or some local native tribe that just killed them. They all vanished. It was like a couple thousand.
I wish you guys could see what's going on in their faces right now.
They won't need to because you're cutting this out.
Bree's got this like look of a sniper, and Mike is looking like the friendly
I just
ghost.
told a story, and I'm not sure why.
All right, that's all I have for questions. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Nope, we just wanted to end the year with a bang. We had a great year with 2020 with the podcast. Thank you all for the Instagram follows and listening to our podcast. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
And we are wrapping up. We will have season 2 probably coming out in February. January, February.
Let's take January off.
Taking a break. We took last week off because of Christmas. Everyone needs time with their families.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take a break, start it back up February, and have more content for you guys. If you have anything you want us to discuss, talk about, if you want us to change anything, send us a message. We have an email address. It's called poppinbottles239@gmail.com.
Hey.
The Instagram is _poppin_bottles. You can contact me on Instagram at J_Brian86 or Dr. Chris with Dynamic Physiology.
Nope, dynamic.pt. That's my Instagram. Yep.
He changed it on me. Or is the vodka kicking in? Because I was not drinking wine tonight. I was on whiskey and vodka. And that's about it. We had a good year.
Yeah, it's been a great year. We look forward to a whole bunch more fun episodes. Did you, by the way, did you have your favorite episode?
It's probably the ones where we were drunk.
It's an all.
So thank you to our special guest, Michael, for coming on.
And I would like to say, Chris, my beautiful wife, Brian, thank you so much for having me on this podcast. It's a privilege. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Oh, last thing I want to mention, two last things. This is 2021, one of the big things that's coming up is my wife will finally be an Ellis. She was Juliana Silva. She was Jay Silva.
Why did she take so long?
It's a long story with paperwork and citizen status and all that stuff. And so she will be Jay Ellis now, or Jealous for short. That's what I'm called.
She's always been Juliana Ellis in my phone.
Yeah. I say, yeah.
She's not a jealous person,
She's not.
And look out for new content from us. We're probably going to change up our intro song, most likely.
Thank you, Antoine Harriet.
We'll see if he can do it. Yeah. I think he can. And we may change some format things. We're not sure yet. If you have any suggestions, please send it to us. We've been having fun, but we're always open to suggestion. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Let's wrap up 2020.
All right. Goodbye, 2020.
Bye, 2020. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye,
Happy New Year, everybody. This is DJ Dr. Chris.
And your favorite nurse practitioner, Bree.
See you next year.